Okay, welcome to Jawaballs Live. It's been a while since I've done a show. Yeah, I was in North Carolina 2 weeks ago, and then last week I was having some technical difficulties with bandwidth. I didn't have the right CD key put in, or the right key put, whatever. I didn't have the right numbers put in. So now I got it going. A lot's happened since my last show, which was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. First of all, I broke my HD camera. Yeah, here it is. I put it in my suitcase for North Carolina, and look, the shutter, it doesn't open or close, and there's something rattling inside there. So I'm going to try and send it off to a camera shop to see if they can fix it for me. Otherwise, it's going to be a while before I can afford a new one. I spent a lot of money on this thing. So I'm stuck with my webcam for now. So sorry. Just checking to make sure everything's okay. I'm not officially starting this show yet because I've got 3 minutes until it's time. But I did just speak to Mini Wargaming Dave, and now I understand what I have to do to upload the show. And so after I'm done with doing a live broadcast, I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and then I guess Dave takes it from there and puts it in the magic land of Mini Wargaming under my page, I guess. I have to figure it out. I also got to figure out the exact link. I guess it's Mini Wargaming 2 on Twitch TV, so that I can give people the link so they can watch my show. But I'll figure that out too down the road. Just to give you a little hint of what I'm going to be talking about, here it is. Tau. Oh yeah, my Tau list. I'm going to be playing in the Nova Open trios, the trios tournament with my friends Simon and Bill McFadden. And so I'm going to be playing a 2,000 point Tau list with Eldar allies, and I'll be talking about that list in a few minutes. And getting going. I just finished this morning. I finished my Redemption of the Fallen Ravenwing entry. Mist, are you there? Yeah, I already missed my HD camera. I can zoom in and out. I can't do it on this. Mist is not on yet. Yeah, he's not on yet. Yeah, I was just getting everything going, getting it all connected, and making sure it worked after all the technical problems I had last week. But this is going to be uploaded to YouTube, so I kind of want to get going on this. So yeah, let's start. Let's talk Tau. My list for the Nova trios. I'll finish up with my Ravenwing discussion. So my list is pretty straightforward. Let me get my printout right here. It's actually kind of nasty. It's Tau, of course, so it's all Tau lists are nasty. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, here's the official beginning of Jawaballs Live for July 23rd, 2003, 8 o'clock p.m. Just so that you didn't miss anything tonight, I'm going to be talking about Tau and my list for the Nova Open, the Trios tournament, and also I'll be talking Ravenwing Redemption of the Fallen charity project, which is also wrapping up. So here's with my list. I have an HQ commander. He's a suit commander with 2 marker drones. And let me turn that light off back there. Gets rid of the background light. Yeah, that's better, huh? Hi, how you doing? Welcome to Jawaballs Live. For those of you that are watching this on YouTube or watching the recording, you don't see, I respond to the chat as people make comments. So somebody just said hi. I'll try and always, my hair's all messy. I'll try and always kind of say what the comments are before I respond to them. So I've got my suit commander with 2 marker drones. And he's basically going to be replacing Pathfinders from 5th edition, 4th edition. So, because what I've also got is a squad of drones, Pathfinder or marker drones, and he's got the drone controller, so the drones get his ballistic skill. So I've got like, he'll have like 8 drones with him, and he'll be my little marker guy. I've got an ethereal, just a basic old 50-point ethereal, and he's going to be attached to a squad of 20 crew, which is my bubble wrap squad, which is, I'll have them kind of wrapping my heavy hitters. And so if you want to assault them, you got to assault the crew first, and that's what starts the ball rolling once you start assaulting Tau. So 20 carnivores with an ethereal. The ethereal lets them add an extra shot. So that's like 3 shots apiece. So it's like 60 shots, something crazy like that. And also the ethereal gives you a bubble of leadership, which is handy for Tau because I don't have any of the sergeant upgrades. I've got 2 fire warrior teams. One's a 6-man team in a devilfish, and the other is a 12-man team on foot. And the 12-man team will be my second line of defense, my second bubble wrap. In case you don't know what bubble wrap means, you take lines of infantry, you surround your valuable units with lines of infantry, so that anybody they can't get at your good stuff, they have to go through the lines of infantry first, like a bubble. And the idea is that they take losses going into that squad. They wipe out the squad, yeah, but then they're lined up for a nasty counterattack. So that's what bubble wrapping is. So I've got 2 fire warrior teams. I've got a Riptide, of course, because I love the toys. I love the new flashy toys. And he's got the Ion Accelerator. He's got a shielded missile drone. He's got early warning override and velocity tracker, which allows him. I'm getting a hair out of my mouth. Which allows him to do interceptor with Skyfire. So anything that deep strikes or comes on the table, he can get a shot off for free at full ballistic skill. He's pretty nasty. And I gave him what's his gun? He's got a twin-link smart missile system and the Ion Accelerator, the Ion Cannon. More on that later. I've got a squad of broadsides, 3 broadsides with the missiles. They've got missile pods and the smart missile system. Early warning, high yield missile pod, and a twin link smart missile system. They've each got that, so they're just going to kill lots of stuff. I've got a Skyray missile defense gunship with a smart missile system and missile pods and seeker missiles. I've got a Hammerhead gunship with the railgun, with also the submunition rounds and long strikes in my Hammerhead. And I've got the drones I covered already, some marker drones that are going to be attached to the commander. A crisis team. Each of them is equipped with a plasma rifle and a missile pod, and one of them has the air burst missiles. What's that called? Air bursting fragmentation projector. Here he is right there. I kind of just made one. I didn't have it, and I'm recycling some old crisis suits. God, I hate the lack of HD. But I'm recycling some old crisis suits that I had done a couple of years ago, last year or whatever. And so I just kind of made an air bursting cannon out of a ion cannon from the Hammerhead. Whatever. Hey, it works. Works for now until I get around to getting one. I'm doing this on the cheap. I don't want to spend any more money than I already have. I spent quite a lot. So 3 crisis suits. Each has a plasma rifle and a missile pod, and one also has the air bursting thingamajig. And I've got a stealth team, mostly because I like the models. I like the stealth models, the ones that look kind of like just fire warriors. I guess they're old, and they replaced it with the ones now that have like the hood kind of with a circle on their face. I like the old ones, so I'm going to use those. Just a basic stealth team, each with their burst cannon. They're just to add support fire. They're going to hang out, or I can infiltrate them onto objectives. So that's it for the Tau. Then I get into the Eldar, if that's not already enough. I've got Illic Night Spear, the Ranger. And of course, I've got him attached to 5 Alatok Pathfinders. They're nasty. Eldar snipers are already nasty, but also they can pick out their shots, and they've got longer range. And they, I guess they're rending on a 5+. I have to read all the rules, but it's crazy what they can do. And also, I've got a Wind Rider jet bike squad, just 3 jet bikes, which will stay in reserve and fly onto the table just to go and at the end of the game go fly around and take objectives. And that's what I got. It's a lot of stuff. So, it's awful quiet in chat. Only 10 guys. Anybody there? Nobody's asking questions? It's been a while since I've done a show. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I got on my work table here. How's that? I can't see. I can't see. This is bad. I have to fix this. I have to fix the problem. I think it's pretty competitive. In case you don't know what Tau are and what they can do nowadays, it's all about support fire, and you don't want anything assaulty really. You just want to just hang out and make your opponent come at you, and when they assault you, it all just goes bad because everything within 6 inches can fire Overwatch, not just the squad being assaulted. So when I have them set up clustered, well, the first thing I have to do is take out any enemy blast weapons that can take out all my clustered troops. That's what a long stride is for. So take out the long stuff that can really hurt me, and then I let them come, and I have waves and waves of support fire. Everything has support fire. So if something gets assaulted, everything's going to shoot back, and then it gets bad from there. So I have to learn how to play it properly, but yeah, it should be pretty competitive. Yeah, that's what I like. I've got stealth suits and crisis suits that are fast. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 troops choices. That's what I put the. So somebody's just mentioned that the guy had 3 riptides, but he beat his Tau on objectives. So so that's why I added the jet bikes, for example, the Eldar jet bikes, just for the speed. They can fly around and take objectives. So you got to be smart playing this. You have to set it up to be in your strengths, and in a lot of the games, fast attack, for example, and one of them I think is a scoring unit. So do I even have fast attack? I didn't really think about that. I think I do. I do. Oh, they're drones. So the drones are actually a scoring unit in one of the games, usually at any tournament. So interesting little things that you have to think about. And the drones can be pretty fast, right? I think they're like jump packs. So yeah, so it's all battlefield control and setup. And if you know what you're doing as far as setting up the objectives, you can kind of game it to where at the end you can get out and grab them with your limited choices. So that's why I've got the Devilfish and the fast bikes and infiltrating troops. Only 1 Riptide. I thought about putting a Wraith Knight in there as well, but I wanted to play the other guys. My only real question here is, do I want to go with the stealth suits or not? They're not all that great. They don't do a whole lot, and I'm probably better off squeezing in another troops choice. I can't put any more troops for the Eldar in there, but so maybe like I don't know, maybe like another Kroot squad just to run around and infiltrate and take objectives. But that'll be as I tweak the list. I'm gonna probably play a game on Friday with this list. Any questions? Questions? Right now I'm going to paint my air bursting fragmentation cannon with Just some bakes. I haven't primed it. I don't really care. Normally I would, but it's okay. Again, these are models that I'd already painted a long time ago, and I'm just recycling them. So they were broadsides. If you have the marker lights for the stealth suits, Fire Drake just said stealth suits add more marker lights, but I did not buy them any marker lights. Do they come with marker lights? I was out of points. Yeah, they don't have marker lights. I'm down to I have 100 points left, which includes the 90 points from the stealth squad. So I need to figure out the best use of that 100 points. I've already got it all. I could put in Pathfinders, I guess. I've already got them painted too, which I might do because that will just add a whole lot more marker lights. He's got a question about drill sets. A cordless drill on the cheap side, as in like a construction drill, or as in a hand drill for pinning models. I'm not sure what you're asking for. Yeah, so, but you want a battery-powered one? I don't know if Dremels come cordless or not. I've got a Dremel, but they're not great for pinning. Well, I guess they could be. I don't use mine for pinning because you got to be sometimes you have to be so careful, so precise with your drilling for pinning that even a Dremel is not good enough. You know, I would just suggest honestly, get yourself a hand drill for the pinning. There's a couple out there, a couple of companies that make them. I'm not sure where I get mine from. I do too, man. I hear what you're saying. It hurts my hand when I do my pinning. I have some nasty issues with my hand, and it hurts. So the pinning for me takes a while. If you're really in a bind and you must have a mechanical pinning drill, get a Dremel. I don't know if I don't think you can get it for $30. Probably more like 100. I won mine at a tournament. So so I just painted this Talsept XV88. What's that? XV88 base color, and it's so much darker than the rest of the model. I love my Dremel. I have to find more uses for it. I really have only used it for for cutting holes into my display boards. There's got to be better applications than that for it. Yeah, this XV88 base color is very transparent paint. Because I'm painting over, I have part of this converted gun is just gray plastic, and the other part I sprayed it with some Army Painter Desert Yellow, and it makes a big difference. The parts I sprayed with the Army Painter Desert Yellow it's a nicer brown than what I'm getting painted with the gray. I need to start watching Trainaholic show. He does it on Mondays. I need to start watching him. I'll have to pop in there one of these days. Because that's just useful stuff. That's got the big boom. Look at that, baby. Yeah, I had these were originally suits, which I converted to broadsides for a oh, I'm out of water. Oh no, gross. I'm actually wearing my paint rag today. This shirt is one of my old paint rags. So they were suits before, crisis suits, which I ripped off all the guns and turned them into broadsides. And then then they were just hanging around. And since I'll never use railgun broadsides again, I ripped all the railguns off and turned them back into crisis suits. Because I've got a month to paint an army now, and I've got to paint about 20 crew, 18 fire warriors. I've got to paint a devilfish and 2 tanks, the Riptide, and 3 broadsides. Oh, and 3 Eldar bikes, and Illic Night Spear. A lot of work to do in the next month. Lucky for me, I'm a teacher. Yay, and I have days off. Unless my wife gives me honeydew lists. Honey, do this. So annoying. Don't get married. So, as I painted that, I was also kind of curious for how XV88 worked with. Let me show you my other Tau tanks. I did some airbrushing. Horrible light, but can you even see it? Can you see the color at all? Oh, it's falling apart. This is going to be my hammerhead. Not the best light. Here's my Riptide. Look, magnetized. His arms are off. So I airbrushed them from the top down. I'm gonna airbrush again from the bottom up with a darker color. But I used I forget the name of the color. It was a Vallejo color. And for my armor, that's going to be like the base color. But you can already see the big difference in the 2 colors for my infantry, which are going to look like this, and the tan color I used for the base coat on my tanks. So I'm in a bit of a problem here. I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna definitely paint the browns. Paint a nice dark brown for all the bottoms. Hey, how you doing? Guys are popping in here. You need a Stegodon? I have a Stegodon if you want one. On sprue, brand new, just rotting on my shelf. I'll sell it for 40% off GW retail. Some guy is saying how he has to paint some Stegodon and stuff by Friday night. Oh no, you won't get it by Friday. So yeah, I'm waiting for my airbrush to come in the mail. We had a mix-up when I was down at Rob Bear's Spiky Bits, and my airbrush went home with the wrong person. So it still hasn't arrived yet. So anyway, that's my base color for my armor. Oh, you have 4 of the metal ones? Yeah, mine's the plastic one I have. I bought it a couple years ago because the guy wanted a commission, but then he backed out. So then I had the Stegodon just sitting around on my shelf. Yeah, I'm not really thrilled with that base color, but I do have two lighter tans I'm going to spray on top of that base, and then I don't know how to airbrush. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go. Maybe I need to try and find someone that does an airbrush seminar online. Let's see if I can get them to help me out. So, yeah, lots of different colors. And the thing is, I have to turn this all into one unified army in 40 days. 35 days. You can see that the XV-88 on that big gun is much closer to the... Well, it's darker. They're like three distinctly different colors. The color, his armor, this armor, and that gun. I don't know what to do. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Although now that I'm looking at this riptide, I see lots of areas that I failed to wipe the flashing off. So I'm going to do that now. I'm trimming the flashing off my riptide, even though it's already been base painted. I love the model. That's, you know, I'm using him just for the sheer love of the model. I don't know if he's any good or not. I'm hoping. By the way, boys and girls, make sure you trim your flashing before you base coat your models. The thing is, like, I was trying to get it done so I can get Kenny from Next Level Painting to help me base coat them all at Mini Wargame or at Spiky Bits a couple weeks ago, but it just never happened. I got him base coated, but I never got to nail him down to help me out with the highlights. You've even got moving parts. I did not bring down my Raven Wing only because I knew I was shooting on a webcam, so it would not have looked good anyway. But I did finish my Raven Wing for the Redemption of the Fallen charity project, and I can't even post in chat 'cause I'm not signed in, or I gotta get signed up for this website. I guess Miss is not there. If any of you can you go and link up my website and put it in chat there? My blog. It's Warhammer40kBloodAngels.blogspot.com. Because at the top of that is the link to the charity project that I just completed. I haven't done a post on my models yet, but you can go and enter the project. It's a pretty fantastic project so far. I've been watching all the work in progress being done through our own personal emails we've been sending each other, and they just look gorgeous, all the stuff that's done so far. So definitely go check out that project. There it is. Thank you. When I post this up on YouTube, I will put that link in the description so people can see it. Just click the image on the top right. It looks like a shield, and that will bring you there. In case you don't know what it is, for every $1 you donate, your name gets entered into the drawing once. And what happens is at the Nova Open in a month, they're gonna draw the winner of this beautiful army being painted by some of the best painters online, plus me, and winner take all. So for every $1 you have entered, your name gets entered once. So you donate $10 and you have 10 tickets in the drawing, and it's going to be held at the Nova, and you don't have to be there to win it. They'll ship it worldwide. So it's definitely a chance for you to do something cool by supporting charity. In this case, Doctors Without Borders, who is the recipient of our money from this project, and also you might get something awesome from it. Which is going to be a beautiful army. So definitely go check it out. And I certainly advise you to get in it, because you got to be in it to win it. Throw in $10, throw in $50, whatever you can scrape up this week, and get into that drawing. I wish I could. I would love to enter it instead, because the stuff I've seen is just gorgeous. Um, so yeah, I know in the past I've done last year or 2 years ago we did the Heroes of Armageddon, and I did some Blood Angels, and before that we did the Storm Wardens, which is a bluish Space Marine army. You know, and in total we've raised probably close to 50 grand over the last couple of projects. Yeah, there's a good link. Thank you. I guess I'll also put that in. I have to start putting the videos up on YouTube. And so definitely go and get in there. It's a great opportunity to be part of the community and help out. You know, I love doing them every year just because it's, you know, 40K has been good to me. So I like to give back whenever I can. I know it's such a cliche thing to say, giving back to the community, but you know, I like doing that. I like to help out, and I like to be part of just giving and supporting people. You know, we picked Doctors Without Borders because they do a lot of great things for kids around the world, and we wanted to kind of help out with the kids. So there it is, Doctors Without Borders, the Redemption of the Fallen charity army raffle, and get in on it. I'm going to be there for the drawing at the Nova. I'll probably actually be the one drawing the ticket for this particular army, only because I've done it I've been the guy that drew the winners from the last couple projects, and I will also try and broadcast that live. I don't know how it's going to be at Nova. I don't know what I'm going to have for a setup because my camera is broken, but oh, that just sounds bad in there. And but I'm going to try and broadcast live from the Nova as well. Maybe I'll get some mini wargaming vault shows up on there. We'll see. I was hoping Mini Wargaming Dave would make the trek down to Nova this year, so he and I could play a game. I'm still holding out hope for that to happen. Come on, Dave, get yourself down to Nova Open. As far as the Nova Open, it's just a great event. It's one of the biggest ones in the country, and I try to go every year. I couldn't go last year because of just bad timing with school and all that, because they hold it over Labor Day weekend. But this year I'm going to go, and they have War Machine, Flames of War, 40K, all kinds of tournaments going on, and seminars, and great stuff. I'll be doing a seminar on building display boards, and I'll be doing a seminar on hand painting and detailing models, as well as playing in the trios. There's a 3-man team tournament, and it's a huge gaming weekend, probably the second biggest in the country after Adepticon. So certainly, it's a good weekend. So check it out, and if you're in that area, you should make it down there. Or if you're not, fly. It's multinational. Guys fly in from everywhere. Australia. I think there's some Japanese dudes coming. It's going to be a great weekend. I can't wait to be there to hang out with all the boys. Because really, for me, it's become more of just I go to these events just to keep seeing the same dudes that I hang out with, my friends. You know. My friends from around the country, we get together and we have some beverages, and we hang out and just talk 40K or talk football or talk Star Wars, whatever. So absolutely good stuff. So I'm gonna wrap it up. That's it for tonight's show. I need to get this uploaded to YouTube now, and I'm back. You know, it was a few weeks off, some technical difficulties and some traveling. I was in a wedding. I was the best man, and I nailed the speech. They were like cheering for me afterwards. They were asking me if I was a motivational speaker, and I was like, no, I'm a teacher. I actually managed to work Star Wars and the zombie apocalypse into a best man speech. Yeah. All right, that's it. So thanks for watching, guys, and definitely go check out the Redemption of the Fallen and sign up and go to the Nova Open, because I'm going to be there. I would love to play games. I'm going to have a table set up. I'm not even playing the whole GT. I'm just going to have a table set up to take on all comers. So it'll be a fun weekend for me. So that's it for tonight's show. I will see you guys all next week.